Hello and good afternoon and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna play Airplane Manager 4 and I'm gonna show you how I do marketing, and I think it's a smart way. Maybe there is a smarter way, but then you can let me know in the comment section. Right now I'm finished with a 4-hour marketing and some planes have landed. So what do I do? Do you start a new marketing before you send them away, or do you not? What you check is what kind of planes you have. If you have both short range small planes and long range large planes, you have to be careful. So what you can do, you look at the latest planes that will arrive. You see I got planes that will arrive in 18 hours. So if I do let's say a 4 or 8 hour marketing campaign now, these planes will not be included. And these planes are the one that makes the most money on the marketing. So you see I got here a whole bunch of planes, 17 and 18 hours. And here 11 and 12 hours, And here I got some planes that is 10 hours, 8 hours, 7 hours, maybe half of them, some 4, and only a few is within the 4-hour marketing. So here I got 20 planes which I can market, and here I get 17, or actually 20. So I got about 40 planes that I can send out with a 4-hour marketing, but those are all small planes. These are planes that don't make much money. Each of these planes give me, I think, about between 20 and 30 thousand dollar if I have marketing, but they only give me 7,000 if I don't have marketing. We're gonna check that now, but I think it is. So that means, do I make money with these planes if I send them out without marketing? Yes, I do. I make 7,000 per plane. So that's like 40 planes times 7,000. Well, how much is that, Well, that's 280,000. So I make 280,000, right? So that's money. I don't need to market, because if I market, it costs too much for me now. With all these big planes I have, it costs me 5.5 million to do a 4-hour marketing, and I only have 40 planes to send out. And if I take 40 times 20,000, that's 800,000. I mean, it's not enough to pay for the marketing. So you have to be careful. So what I do, I only do marketing when I have all the big planes landed, because it's when you depart you get the benefit of the marketing. Not when they fly, and not when they land, only when they depart. The moment you click that button, that's when the marketing comes in. And the marketing which I do is the most expensive one on the 4-hour, and it gives you between 25 and 30% discount, and it will fill up your planes. If you fly with no marketing, you get about half the capacity of passengers, so you make half the profit or less. So let's check. In order to check how much DC-910 makes without marketing, you can just depart it, but you need to have full tanks first. You need to make sure you have filled up your tanks and your CO2. It's kind of expensive right now, so it would be more expensive for me to do this right now. You see, it's the cost. If I do 6,222,859, it will cost me 9.5 million. That's a lot of money. because the fuel cost now 1,500. If I wait till it's let's say if it had been down here, I would get it for half price, right? I would save more than 4.5 million. So sometimes you might want to wait a little, you know, and save many millions. At least if you have the amount of planes that I have, there's a lot of money to save on the fuel prices. Not so much on the CO2, because the CO2 is not that expensive. It's only 27,000, so it's not that much. But I will wait. The next is at 12:30, and that's about 15 minutes. So I'll not do that check right now. I'll do something else. And what I'm going to do is, I already went through this. Make sure if you're going to market, you know, oh, that was maintenance. Market. You see, if I want to do market, increase airline reputation, campaign 4, 25 to 35%, it's 5.899 500 million. I mean, this is very expensive, you know, so you have to be careful. And that is 4 hour. If you do 8 hour, it's 10 million. Oh, I'm saving 2 million doing for 8 hours. No, you're not, because the planes that you make most money on is the long range planes, and they fly maybe 18 hours. So how many times can you depart them in an 8 hour period? Only one time, right? So you don't get the benefit of departing them 2 times. So forget it. It's only if you have planes that fly only 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 hours that you can depart many times during the marketing period. That's when you maybe want to consider doing a longer marketing than 4 hours. I got these planes that fly about 3 hours, a little over 3 hours. So 4 hour is perfect, because then I can depart them 2 times. I depart them in the beginning, and then they come back before the 4 hours are finished. So I can depart them one more time. And then I wait till they come back again before I start a new marketing. If you only had planes like that, that would be perfect to only have planes like that. Because then you do 4 hour, and then you wait until the planes come back the second flight, and then you have all the planes on the ground again, and then you start a new 4 hour campaign, and you fly them 2 times again. You know, don't do the 8 hour. If the plane is gone for 3 hours, you know, if you do an 8 hour, how many times can you depart it? You know, 2 times, only 2 times. But if you do 2 4 hours, you can depart them 4 times, right? If you do 8 hour, 3, 6, 9, you can only depart them 2 times, yeah? So, you know, don't do 8 hour. Only do 8 hour if you have planes that fly for 1 hour, you know. But do you make money on planes that only fly 1 hour? And then you have to sit by the computer all day, because you have to depart them for every hour. I wouldn't do that. So the best thing is to have the big long range planes and only have to go and depart them once a day. But you need some money to do that, so you might have to start with some smaller planes, you know. And I'm still have some smaller planes that I haven't sold, you know. Maybe I should just sell them, you know. But the way it is now, I depart the big planes. I do a marketing once a day, and I depart all the big planes. If I only had big planes, I would still only depart them once a day, and I would still only do marketing 4 hours once a day. So it doesn't hurt to have these small planes, because these I can depart several times, but they will never make the same amount of money as I do on the big planes. So of course it's better to have the big planes, but then again, I have already bought these and I paid for them. If I want to sell them, you know, if I want to sell this one, how much do I get for it? I paid almost 800,000 for it, and I only get 339,000 back. Oh, that was not bad. I mean, I've seen much worse than that. That's actually. But how many of these do I have to sell in order to buy one of the other planes that I buy? The long range. They cost 4 million, 4.4 million. You know, I would have to sell more than 10 of these in order to buy one of the big ones. And then you have to know how much money do you make on the big plane per day. And how much was that? I did calculate it. I did write it down, but now I have forgotten it. I think it was like 600 or 700,000. I have a number here, 668,000. But that might be all. No, that can't be. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't remember. I didn't write down what these numbers were, so I don't know that, but I think it's 1.2 million when I think about it, because when I depart it gets like 1.5 million, but then I have to pay for the fuel and the CO2, and then it comes back to 1.2 million. So that means these small planes which make about 20 or 30,000, I think 30,000. 10 of them makes 300, you know, and I need 50 of them to make 1.5 million. 50. So then you can look. What do I need to sell 15 of these in order to buy one big one. So of course I make more money if I do that, right? You see that. I mean, even though I lose 400,000 selling it, just look at it. If I sell 15 of these, I get like 4.5 million. I can buy one of the big ones, and one of the big ones make more than 15 of these small, because 15 of these small make maybe 450,000, while a big one makes 1.2 million. But there is some other cost as well, maintenance cost, you know. The big ones have higher maintenance cost, and also, but and when you sell these and buy one big one, you have to pay a new route for the new plane, and that's like 500,000 at least. But in the end, not right away, but in the end, you'll make more money having a big plane. That's no doubt about it. So you can decide, you know. But another thing that I forgot now is that what you make on one of these planes. 50 planes is not correct, because you can, the way I do it now, you can fly these out several times a day, and you fly them out twice with marketing, 4-hour period. So that means if it's, let's say it's 30 million per flight, so that's 60 million right there, and then you can fly them another, if you're on a computer a lot, you can fly them maybe another 4 times. Well then, if you don't sleep, but let's say 2 times, you know, you fly them 2 times more, that's 14,000 more. So then we're talking about 74. So 74, you need 20 planes in order. If you sell 20 of these, you'll make the same amount profit as one of the big ones, but you only need to sell 15 of them to buy the big plane. So you see what I'm saying? You're making more profit with the big ones, and then you don't have to depart them 4 times a day, you know. The big one you only depart once a day. So that's the smart way of using marketing and using the planes. So let's look at these planes. But that's a good price, 78. I want to look at the other ones. 81, wow. Okay, let's say I sell that. This one makes 91,000, but then you have to subtract the fuel and everything. This one is doing a long. It has a landing for fueling here. I should actually try to sell the other ones first, the ones that don't have. This one also have the landing in between, because they make a little more money. Okay, all these, but I know I have some that don't do it. And then I need to check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, all of these do it, because I was trying to be smart, to do a stopover. So it looks like all of these have stopover, but I have many of these planes, so I know in the beginning, when I bought these in the beginning, I didn't do stopover because I didn't know about it that much. Wow, okay, maybe all of them have. Well, at least all of them on this page. Let's go to the next page. Here, let's start in the other end. Wow. I know, I bought a whole bunch of planes at the same time, and I did stopover on all of them. So I'm not sure. I would have to check it a little, think about it a little more, if how much I need to see how much these are making before I do it, since they have a stopover. You see, 99,000 with the marketing and 79 without marketing, or down to 67 or 65 without marketing, but up to 100, that's from 67 to 100 is that's not a 50% increase, but it's an increase. So I do, but this is, you have to pay for the fuel and the gas, but these don't use that much fuel and gas. We can sell one to check, but then I would have to pay for all this thing first. I need to wait till the price comes down. Oh, sorry. So that's about that. Here starts the other planes that have a longer range to come in. And this one goes from Oslo to New York. It does not have a stopover, but that's a plane that gives me good money. It gives me 500, between 500 and 600 with marketing, and only 350 without marketing. And you see the difference? There's a much bigger difference on the bigger planes than on the small planes if you don't have marketing. Here we are almost double price when you have marketing. So of course you don't want to send these out without marketing. And the flight time on this one from 7 to 14, that's not that many hours. It's actually 8. That's only 8 hours flight, because it doesn't have a stopover. So this is only an 8-hour flight. And that's kind of stupid, because I only do departures with marketing once a day. So this one only gets to fly one time and only 8 hours. So I'll make more money if I have a stopover and it can fly for 16 hours, right? You understand? Because you make much more money on a plane flying 16 hours than one that only fly 8 hours. Because you have the same passengers, and they pay for the distance. So you have a stopover for fueling, that makes much more money for the plane. It's about the same as flying two routes, but first of all, you only pay for one route, you don't pay for two. And the second is that, well, maybe you pay for two routes. I'm not sure about that. Maybe when you have a stopover, you're actually paying for two routes. That might be possible. But then again, you only have to depart it once a day. That's the main benefit. You just have to make sure that the airports you fly from and to have enough demand for the flight. This one has 34 seats and 30 first class, 34 business class. You need to make sure that if you fly this plane once a day, if you buy 10 planes and fly them the same route, you need to make sure that the demand is at least on both airports are at least 340 business and 300 first class in this instance. I don't think you have to look at the demand for the airport in the middle where you stop fueling, the stopover airport, because you're only fueling, you're not exchanging passengers. So you can stop over at any airplane as long as the runway is long enough. So let me show you how I do that. I'm going to buy a plane and make a route for it, and then you can see what I mean. What's the smart way to buy plane and do the route? But I'm not going to depart it yet. I have to wait until, because I'm buying the big planes. So let's then find out what airport should I fly out of. I can only fly out of airports where I have a hub, and that's the ones that you see this horizontal line on, you know. And if you want to check out the hubs and how many airplanes is flying in and out of it, you can click on the hub here like this. Well, I missed, like, you have to click on this thing here. Come on, it won't come up now. Let's go closer. If I look at Orlando, come on. Okay, then just go to maintenance, and no, not maintenance. You go to, where do you go? You go to one of these. Where is it? I thought it was maintenance. Well, that's the hangars, but not the hubs. Okay, now I don't remember how to do it, but you should be able to click on one of these hubs. There it is. And then you go back to hubs, and then you see all the hubs you have. And then you don't see how many departures you have per day, but you see the total amount of departures. So it's kind of hard to know how many departures you have per day, but it gives you kind of this one, Fort Lauderdale has 0, you know, so I don't have anyone going out and in. It has a 9,000 feet and it's a hub, you know. So demand from base is 334 and 424. You see, it has a higher demand on the business class than on the normal class. I don't use first class anymore because I did some calculations and found out that when you do first class, you lose the total amount of passengers you can have in the plane too much. So even though you get a higher price, it doesn't make you more money. So I only do normal class and business class. But here you see it has a higher demand. So you want to write down these numbers, because if you have the plane that I have, which I usually put 50 business class, and then it's 104 Y class, and that wouldn't fit so good here, you know. I would have to have more business class, but then again, you're going to fly to another airport, and that airport that might be different. So, but if I use my standard configuration of 50 and 104, I can fly out 8 times. Well, not fly out, but I fly out one day and come back the other day. So I can do 8. Yeah, I can 8 hour because I don't come back same day, right? Because it's long flights. I come back the next day. So 6. It will be 6 flights because of 104. You know. No, what am I talking about? 104. That's very low. So it's only 3 flights. 3 flights going out. Okay, so this airport was not a good airport to have a hub on because it's got a very low normal class, and you can't just put a high number of these, because then it would be, then you would have to find another airport that is that certain distance away, that's 14,000 kilometers, or almost 14,000 with this plane that I'm buying, that has the same demand, you know. So that would, I can fly 3 planes out of this one, you know. So let's do that. So we go back here and we go to the fleet, and then we go to order, and I need more hangars. Shit. So if I want to buy 10 more hangars, you know, that's 33 million. I thought I already did that. Huh. Or maybe when I saw this number, I didn't do it. I thought I did it. So then I will only have 27 million, 26 million and something left. That's not a lot of money. And I won't get more money until tomorrow. So how much do I get tomorrow? I think, how much do I get per day? I did write that down. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I do get a few million. Anyway, I have to buy it if I'm going to buy more planes, so I'll just buy 10 more and upgrade now for 100 points. So now I got 10 more planes I can buy, right? So I need to go back to the fleet and order, and then I'll search and I'll put in the plane I want, which is a very good plane, 737-800, and then click search, and then you click on this one, and then it comes up here. You see it has a 7,000, it has 184 passengers, and it only uses 10 pounds per kilometer, 4,400,000. Then I have to say this is going to go from Fort Lauderdale. It's only the hubs you see here. So you have to have a hub. If you want to fly an airport out from a city, you need to have a hub there. Okay, configuration. This is where I drag this one, and you can drag this one if you want to have first class. I drag this to 50, or if I wanted to, of course I could do more. I could do like this, you know, but then I would have to find airports that had the demand for this business class. Well, maybe I should do that. If I do 70, because it was 400, 300, right? 400, 300. So this is 50% more. 400, 600, yeah. So maybe 65, 65, 53. Yeah, 65, 53. I have to remember that. 65, 53, right?
Jeg drikker sjokolademelk.
Hæ?
Jeg drikker sjokolademelk.
Ja, du kan ta litt. Ikke søle. This was 400, so let's oh, I'm not that good at calculating in my head. I think it was about 400 divided by 65. It's 6, so I can do is that correct? 6 times 4. No, this is not correct. 65, no, wait a minute. 400 divided by 65. What am I doing? 400 divided by 65. So that's 6, and then 6 times. And if I take times 53, I get 326, and that's maybe a little too high. I don't think it was as much as 326, was it? And you can't fly 6.1 time, so you have to fly, if you take 65 times 6 times, that's 390, okay? And then 53 times 6 is 318. If we want to double check that, 318, I have to abandon this page if I'm going to check that. That's the stupid thing, you know, that you can't check something else here while this one is up. But I haven't decided anything here yet, so 318, let's go to back to this airport. I'm clicking, but nothing's happening. Maybe I have to take this away. Details. That's for the airplane. There it is. Okay. That was Miami, so I have to find Fort Lauderdale here, and the demand, yeah, 318 is perfect, so I can fly 6 times, okay? So I can have 6 planes. I have to go back and I have to search again, B737 800, and those 6 departures don't have to be to the same airport, you know. So select Fort Lauderdale, configuration was 65, $53, right? And then I order. Deliver now. Then it's oh, I already bought one? Oh, that was yesterday. I bought one yesterday. Oh, okay, in Orlando. Well, let's continue with this one. The route. You could do like a suggest route, or capital route, or international route, or domestic route, or you can select a certain country, and it's kind of hard to find places to fly, you know. I from here I found that I could fly maybe up here somewhere and fly to China, or I could fly over to Russia here, and then, or to Europe and then to Russia or whatever. But the best way maybe to find a route that is at close to 7,000 kilometers is actually to go and do research. And then research from Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to fly 14,000 because I'm going to have a stopover, right? So you can't fly 14,000 because the stopover might not be in the middle of the route. It might be a little to the side. So you actually need to have a little shorter distance. But you can put 14, and runway length needs to be 7,550 minimum. Any country, search. And then you can see here, we should have a number that is close to what we departed from, you know. And these are all small, you know, small numbers. We need higher numbers. I mean, we had like 400 here on the. You see, there is very small numbers in India, very small. So now we are much shorter distance, and that's perfect, but we need to get a high number soon. I would like to have at least 400 on the business. There is 500, and this one is perfect. To Mozambique. That's perfect. But we don't know if we can get there. But maybe we can. Mozambique. Maputo. And I'm already flying into that airport, I think, using some other planes. So that means if I'm using the demand here, it might not be enough for the other plane, you know. So the best thing is to fly into an airport that you haven't flown into before, but I'm not sure if I have flown to this one. I'm not sure. So I could do it, and I could fly maybe one plane there and then find another place to fly another plane. Right? You don't have to fly all the planes to the same airport. So let's fly one plane here, just to show you. I don't have to click on it, but I can do it. It will tell you a little more. And it says there's no aircraft capable of operating this route. That's because it doesn't count for a stopover. So, Maputo and then I have to find, if I go to Maputo, you know, Maputo is in Africa down here, right? Here I can see if I have a route going to Maputo in Mozambique. I got one going here and one going here, but maybe that's not Maputo. I don't see Maputo, the name, anywhere. This one goes to Teta, Mozambique. Okay, so Maputo, maybe I don't go to Maputo with any plane. Details, Beira, yeah. Okay, so let's look. Here is flights going up to these places here in Guinea and whatever it's called, and then it goes to Boston. So I should be able to fly from here. Actually, yeah, I should be able to do that. So let's try that. So we go to our plane, or actually we do another route, another research. Now, Fort Lauderdale, max distance 7, right? And 7,550. 550, because now we're gonna find the first, and then we can select. Well, we don't have to select anything actually. We can just do like this, and then we go down until we find a place that is suitable. Morocco. Maybe we could go to Morocco. It's a little off the route. And maybe Mozambique was not the best place to go, because maybe it's too close. No, it's not too close, but Morocco would be too much off the course, I think, in order to we don't need to have a high number of anything here, because we're just fueling. But you see, Morocco, Guinea, this one, I think. Where is that?
Pappa,
Ja?
är det meningen att det ska komma en race utav den maskinen?
Ja, jag glömde att sätta på vifta. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. You see, if I click create route, then I have no way back, and I don't even know where this is. I'm not sure. I thought it was in Africa, but now I'm not sure. It should be a way to see, you know. Yeah, here you can see. Yeah, it's in Africa. It's perfect. This is perfect, I think. Yeah, this is perfect. And that's big demand, right? But I don't need to worry about that. But if I had another plane, I do order price will tell me the price if I was just going here and not further. But I need to cancel, because what happened? Research. Oh shit, I have to do the whole thing again here. From Fort Lauderdale. Let's see, where was it? Spain, United Kingdom, Argentina, France, Monaco, Morocco, Spain, here. I need to remember that name, because I can't do it this way. I don't get a stopover if I do it this way. So I have to remember Guinea and Bissau, okay? Then you go to the plane that is parked on Fort Lauderdale, and you select route, and then you say select country, and then you select that Guinea thing, Bissau, this one, and then there's only one airport there, and then you click the stopover. You don't have that option if you do it the other way. So we go to arrival Mozambique and see if we can reach Mozambique. And then the airport was Maputo. Yeah, we made it. We can still go 300 kilometers, but we could go to Durban actually. But then we know that, so maybe we send one planes to Durban, you know. We click next, and then order price. You see the demand here is perfect. We can do actually 10 flights to this airport. 550, and that was 50:43, wasn't it? So we could do at least 9 flights. Okay, so and then we do the route fee is 3 million, right? And then we create the route, but we don't depart because we want to have marketing. So we just leave this plane, it's ready for departure. And if we go to the fleet here, we would see here it's ready for departure. Okay, and that's how we do it. And then we do another one. I don't remember now where this one was supposed to go, so maybe we can check if this one can go the same way. If we go to this Guinea thing, where is it? This one? Yeah, this one could not go, you see? That's too far. So I would have to look where are they flying from here. Here is one that's just going down here. It's probably a small plane. Let's look what plane that is. Yeah, that's a DC-910. That's one of the ones I want to sell. I can ground it and sell it, or I can wait till it gets up. I can write down the number V10031 and remember that so I can sell it. But from here, Orlando, I have a plane going up here. It's going to Scammon Bay. And this is the one I did something wrong with, because I did it the wrong way, so I didn't get to fly it all the way to China. I didn't have the middle, you know. So Scammon Bay, and here is the other one that is correct, you know. So this one I did wrong, but I don't want to cancel it because it costs so much to change anything. So I will go to this parked airplane and route to United States. And Scammon Bay. There. And then I will do stopover. And then I will go to China. Here. And then I'll see this one landed here or here, somewhere here. I'm not sure which one. I'll just select one of the big ones and see if it's like, I think it was this one. Yeah, but that's only 6,000. I could fly 1,000 more, you know. So I want to see if I can find one that is a little further away. This one was too far away, I remember, yeah. And I don't know the names of the cities here in between. I would have to go to Google Map, you know, and check that. China. So what happened now? I have Chrome. Why is it doing that? Okay, so let's look here. Shanghai, where are you? It's supposed to be here somewhere. Oh, here, no. There, Shanghai. So I want to go 1,000 kilometers more. Is there a thing that tells me how many kilometers there are here? I could try, because this Chessen thing, where is that? I don't see that around here. Oh, here it is. This was too far, you know. So Shanghai was up there, and this was too far. So somewhere in the middle here. Fuzhou. Let's try that. Fuzhou. This one. Perfect. I can even go further. I can even go maybe to Xiamen. Back. Xiamen. Perfect. 6.9. You see, now I'm utilizing the distance and make more money. So we put next. Order price. It's a good price. And this airport I can go only four times, because it has not so much demand for, well, because I have 50 on this one, I remember, so 4 times. Create route, and I do not depart, because I don't have any marketing set up. So now we only have 15 million. So I could maybe make one more plane. But I have shown you now what I meant, you know. That's was the main thing here. And I'm gonna look for a DC-9 that doesn't have this. Those are the ones I'm gonna sell. But these other ones I could depart, you know, because they make some money. Instead of sitting on the airport for another 18 hours, I can depart them, you know, 4 or 5 more times if I wanted, and make a little money. But then I need to know how much it makes to be sure. Well, the price is still the same, so I don't want to buy the fuel before it comes down to 1,000 or less. So I can't check that right now. Well, I can, but then I would have to know. Then I would have to know exactly how much fuel I have, and then I would have to go in after the flight and see how much I have at that time, and then subtract what I had and pay for the ones I've used, you know, and the same with CO2. CO2 is cheap now, so I will buy the CO2 like that. And I can do this with the fuel thing. I'll have to write it down though. I have to write down 6222859. That is what I'm gonna want to have after the flight. But then again, I have to pay for the fuel, and then I'm paying at a high cost if I'm gonna know the answer right away. But let's look. It might not use so much fuel that it matters that much. So let's look. Okay, we go here, and I think all these planes had a stopover, so that's kind of, yeah. They all have a stopover. That's kind of maybe the stopover planes are not the ones I want to sell that the first. Oh, here. Well, they all have the same, you know. Yeah, they all have stopovers. So these with a stopover are actually doing double. They're doing the double, pretty much the double. Well, I could do one to find out. This is doing a double, but it has from 8 to 12. That's 4 hours. It's a 4-hour flight. It's making 102. So the actual price will probably be 70, 80. And that's double of 30, 35, you know. So it's doing double when it's stopover. And if you look at if it's doing 70, let's say it's doing 75. Well, let's say it's doing 70. And the plane cost is how much? This is TC9. No, here. Search TC910. It costs 659. So let's say it's making 65. That would be like, you know, not 65. Yeah, it will make 10%. While the plane that cost 4.4 million is making 1.2 million. That's much more than 10%, right? But then you have the maintenance, you know. Air check is 178, but that's only once a year, so that's not a big number. The maintenance, I think, it's another big number. Let's think about it. Yeah, that's nothing to think about, right? Don't you agree? This one is making only 10% of the airplane cost. And you can fly it, but you can fly it with the marketing thing. You can fly it, let's say 1, 2, 3. Let's say you fly it 4 times a day. So that's 65 times 4, right? That's 130, 260. You're making 260 a day for one plane. That's not bad. Then we're talking about 260. That's almost half, right? While a big one that cost 4.5 million is making 1.2. That's not half. Maybe not so bad. I know this plane is good, you know, but maybe it's not as bad as I thought. When you have a stopover, if you fly it 4 times, and if it's true, it's 65. I don't remember, but we can do a check. Let's do a check, okay? This plane here, we departed, right? We can depart this one 4, 8, 8:16. Now we cannot fly it 4 times a day. That would be too much. No, wait a minute. We can fly it only 2 times. And this is actually flying over 4 hours, so we cannot fly it 2 times in a 4-hour parking. This has flying just a little too much. Where is it? Why is the flight time not there? Oh, because that's a different plane. Okay, we go to this one, and you see, no, wait a minute. It doesn't have a flight time here because it's sitting on the ground. Okay. So let's find one that is not sitting on the ground. But then again, I can't sell it until it sits on the ground. But you see, 11:55 is about 12. So this is less than 4 hours. But look at it. It doesn't make that much money. The other one made 100,000. Well, this one makes 92, 96, and 92, yeah, and 90. But this one can fly 2 times a day. The other one, I don't know how I saw it was 4 hours. Because when you go in here and you click on the airplane, that's what I did. And I thought it told me the flight time. But it doesn't now. So you have to check while it's in the air. So it's more than 4 hours, then you want to sell it. That's the planes I want to sell. If I have selected a route, like a maximum route, and it's just a little over 4 hours, I need to sell it, because I can only fly it once a day. So that means I have to go here and look through all these DC 910, and that's a big job. So this one is less than 4 hours. And most of them are on the same route if they are just beside each other. You see? This one is less than 4 hours. And this one as well. By 5 minutes. And this one as well. Barely. You know, that's 4 minutes here. So that's 15:58. So you have to sit and wait for it, or you will lose. You will miss it. Yeah, that's the one. Wow, these are just under 4 hours. Wow, that's about on the minute almost. And then here comes a whole bunch of big planes. Well, actually, maybe I should just sell them all, you know. Because sometimes when I depart, I have to depart these planes within 4 hours, and it's not always on the computer to do that. Okay, there's no one more here, so it would have to be here somewhere. You see, they are all right below 4 hours. Well, what about this one? 8. This one is more than 4 hours. So what happens if I ground it, or what happens if I never done that. Grounded. Oh shit. That means it will not fly when it land, right? From Santiago, Panama to Boston, United States. That's more than 4 hours. So I want to sell it. Oh, I can sell it now. Okay, but I only get 356. And that is, you know, that's less than half. But okay, I'll sell it. Let's see what happens. Did I sell it now? I should have checked the yeah, it's sold. Okay, so I can do it like this. So where did I start? Yeah, this one is more than 4 hours. So I sell it. But this one I won't get much for, I think. This one I only got 236. It's almost like, you know, you have to sell 5 of them to buy a big one. No, more than that. Holy shit, what am I talking about? You have to sell 20 of them in order to buy a big one for that price, you know, 20. That's a lot. And this one is making, it's making only 70,000 a day. And if you take that times 20, that's 1.4 million. So it's actually making, it's actually, with the amount of planes that has the same amount that what you buy a big plane for, it's actually making the same, it looks like it's making the same amount of money. Even if I only fly once a day, yeah? If I have 20 of these, but then you have to, that will be the same cost, right? No, it will not. 10 of these cost 7 million. So 5 of these cost the same as a big one, but you need 20 of them to make the same amount of profit. So of course I'm selling it. It's no doubt. Actually, I should sell all of them, because they won't be, even if they have a long route, and even if I can fly them out twice. Let's say this one, if it makes 70, that's 140 a day, and 5 planes, 5 times 140, you know, that's only 750 or something. So that's half, or a little more than half than what I make on a big plane. So I'm losing, for every day I fly these, I'm losing compared to have a bigger plane. But the issue here is that you're not comparing buying a plane like this with another one. You're comparing the selling of this one. So how many do I have to sell in order to buy a big one? That's the issue here. So that's the price you have to look at. I sell 10 of these, is 2.8 million, so I have to sell almost 20. And then I have to see how much profit do 20 planes do, like I just said, you know. And if it's doing, let's say let's only say 60. If it's making 60, it's making 60 twice a day. That's, well, this one is not making twice a day, so 60 times 20, that's 1.2 million. So actually, by selling these and buying a big one, I will get the same profit. I won't get any more profit, and I would have to pay a new routing fee. So selling a plane for such a small amount of money might not be beneficial. But if you don't do it, let me think. I have to sell 20 of these to buy a big one. And then the big one will make the same amount of profit like these 20 planes are doing. So why do it? Well, yes, because you don't have to, and these are not even departing twice a day. So even if they only depart once a day, they're making this 20 of these make the same profit as one big one. But then I would think that the cost of the fuel maybe of 20 of these planes would be much more than one big one, and maybe also the maintenance fee for 20 of these planes compared to a big one would be higher, and also the cost of the crew will be higher. So you would save money on the fuel, you would save money on the maintenance, and you would save money on the crew. Maybe not so much, but in the long run you're saving. But those that can depart twice a day, I think it may be not so good, because they make much more. So it's only those that have more than 4-hour flight that would be beneficial. So that's another thing you need to think about. If you have planes like this, don't make a route that is more than 4 hours, because then you can only fly them one time a day if you do 4-hour flights or 4-hour marketing. So this one is over 4 hours as well. I just sell it. The heck, I don't get much, but I'm gonna buy a big one. How many have I sold now? 3 or 4? I'll sell all that is over 4 hour. This one is over 4 hour. So these are the smart things, that you need to think about. This one is over 4 hour. And this one is almost 15, it's 13 minutes over 4 hour. That means I only fly them once a day. And this one as well. Wow. And this one. And this one. And this one. All these are more than 4 hours. And this one. You could of course reroute them and find a flight that is less than 4 hours. But the reroute will cost you money. If you reroute, I'm not even, let's say, suggest a route. Well, you have to go through the whole damn thing again, I'm not going to do that. This one is also more than 4 hours. It's 30 minutes over 4 hours. I wonder why this one can fly so this one as well. And this one as well. And this one as well. I never thought about that some of these planes, I thought they were all 3 hours something, but many of them are more than 4 hours. So I can't fly them twice during a 4-hour marketing period. And that's bad. And you see the price that you get for the plane is different for each place, because it's this market here, and it depends on the airport you are at. It looks like the different airports give different prices. Now soon I've sold all of them. I think I'm gonna sell all. Because it's so hard to be there exactly after 4 hours. If I send my planes out every day at 8 o'clock, I have to be on the computer at 12, so I can send them out twice. So that's commitment you have to make, in order to make more money, and I don't think I'm ready for that. I will lose some of these flights. This one is less than 4 hours, but I think I'm gonna sell them anyway. I'm gonna sell them all. There's only a few left, so I don't have to think about flying them twice a day. I didn't get much money for these, but I'm not gonna sell that one. What did I sell now? I think I sold them a little too quick, Maybe it was a different plane I sold. Yeah, I think I did. I sold one of those I just made. There's no way to get it back, huh? Jesus. Because I made 2 or 3 planes, remember? I just sold them. Oh man, that was a big, huge mistake. I did it too quick, That was a huge mistake. Shit, how much do I get for this one? Okay, I did get a decent price though. I lost 1 million, and a route fee of 500, 1.5 million. Twice, because it was 2 planes, I think. So I lost 3 million right there. I lost more than what I got from all these other planes. Damn. So be careful. Don't do mistakes like that. So I want to buy one back right away. While I remember the route. And there was one in Orlando, and there was one in Fort Lauderdale. And then it's not this one, but this one. Route. And I went up to what was the name again? It started with a C, didn't it? Cold Bay? No. That was just a little too... It's this one. Scammon Bay, okay, shit. There. Wow, it wasn't that one. Oh, that was from Orlando. Okay. So this one went the other way to here somewhere. Guinea or something. Where is it? Oh. This one. And then stopover, and then I went to Mozambique. And which airport did I go to? Maputo. Create route. There we go. Okay, now I got it back, one of them. And then there was one more. But now I only have 18,000, but I really need money now. So I lost so much money, so I have to take a chance and buy another B737 800, which is a good plane. And this one will go out from Orlando. Oh, it was 5084, not 5003. That was 4003. Okay. But I did 50. I didn't do 50. I did 60. 65, I think. But not on this one. That was on the other route. So I'll just keep it there. Order. And then I need to go to the parked plane and make a route to United States and Scammon Bay. So I just bought back these that I accidentally sold, and I lost 3 million. China. And then what was the name? God damn it. It was X something. Wasn't it? There. Xiamen. 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 There we go. Perfect. Perfect. I can do 5 more. 5 times 8. Yeah, I can do 5 more flights to this, or 4 more flights to this. No, yeah, 4 more flights to this airport. Great route, but not depart. I can do one more. And out of Orlando, and configuration 50. Order. Oh, what happened? I clicked too fast, you know. Pending. Deliver now. And then parked route United States and Scammer Bay. Stopover to China. Xiamen. Next. Crate route. There we go. But the crate route I thought was like 500,000. It was not. It was 3 million. So I lost more than 3 million. I made two, and if it was 2 planes, 2 and how much did I lose for each one? 1 million. So 4 million. No, wait a minute. What am I talking about? 4 million on the plane, and 2.5, 5, 9 million. I lost 9 million. I lost. Oh shit. Was it more? Yeah, I lost. There was 3. No, wait a minute. 3 million route. That's 6 million. And 2 million on the plane. 8 million. Yeah, I lost 8 million. God damn it. But now I bought them back, and I bought one more. I can't afford any more now. So now I'm just have to wait for. I don't think I can even pay for the fuel. 622,859. 6222. That's 7 million. No? So when I'm gonna depart my planes tomorrow, I will make money after the. Let's say if I depart 10 planes, then I get money so I can pay fuel to depart the next ones, because I got some fuel. I got almost 4 million pounds, but I can buy some. I just can't buy this money. I can buy this much, like that, because it's only 1,000 now for. Okay, so that's it. Now I don't have much money, right? But I got more planes. That's why I don't have that much money. So tomorrow morning, when all the planes are in, see, it's 17 hours from now, and that is 12 hours is 9 o'clock, and then 24 is 3 o'clock in the. Oh, I can send them at night. 12. That's 5 more hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 1 or 2 at night. If I don't, and it's Saturday today, so I'm not gonna go to bed that early. So I might be able to send them out, all the planes. And actually, of course, let's say it was 2 o'clock. I can start sending him out at 12. I mean, not 12, but at 10 o'clock. Because I will be able to send these out before 2 o'clock. And that means that if I have any planes that, if I still have any planes that only use 3 hours, I can send them out twice before 2 o'clock. But I don't think I have any more of those. I think I sold them all. But there is one long haul plane that is on a short route, because I wanted to make some money before I reroute, because the reroute is so expensive. Oh, here is more DC-9. But instead of sending them out, I'm just going to sell them when they land. But these ones have a flight hour of, well, this one I can't see. This has a stopover, so that's a long flight. All the ones with stopovers are maximized flights. Yeah. Yep. It goes from Orlando all the way to China. That's the one I just bought. What the heck? Of course. But these ones, like this one, from Oslo to New York, doesn't have a stopover. And it only flies for 6 hours. It should have a stopover. But the thing is that it's too expensive. It's so expensive to reroute it. And that's one thing I wonder about. Why can't I sell this one? All the other ones I could sell. Is it because this was a plane that I didn't buy? I got it for achievement or something? This one I can sell, you see? Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Because I did sell planes that were in the air. Like this one is in the air, but I can't sell it. But the other one, like these small ones, I could sell them while they were. Oh no! Wait a minute. They were not in the air. They were on the ground. Okay. Then they were on the ground. For fuck's sake. Okay, that's it. I hope I said something that was beneficial for you. And if it was, I would appreciate it if you made a comment in the comment section and let me know. And it doesn't hurt to click the like button and subscribe. It's just beneficial. You get a notice when I send out new videos, and then you can decide if you want to see them or not. Okay, so take care. I am out.